I'm Stacy.
Hey, I'm Steph.
Welcome to Harnessing Your Power,
where we discuss everyday topics to break through the stigma and harness our power through self-mastery.
Tune in every Tuesday to join us in conversation as we dig deep into our minds and get closer and closer to our highest self. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in live. If you have tuned into us before, welcome to our Instagram live version of our podcast, Harnessing Your Power. We talk about different self-mastery topics and just have a conversation that's usually really exciting and a moment for Steph and I to grow a lot. And it's really amazing to be able to share with all of you and just all the growth together. I can't even put it into words. I honestly love it. But today we're doing something a little bit different because we do have to keep this live pretty short. We have to hop off in about 15 minutes. So rather than cutting ourselves short on what we were planning on talking about today, we decided to take this time and have it be very interactive with all of you, because it is because of our audience that we have decided to continue doing this. So we're here to talk to you guys, ask us questions, tell us what you love that we talk about, maybe some pointers of what we could do better, maybe some different topics to talk about. Just talk to us. How are you guys feeling tonight? He said, bet. Something's coming. He has some feedback.
I'm ready.
How's everyone's day going?
This is a little different. I'm always ready to go. Wow, Soraya missed the intro on both. On both live. Hi, Soraya.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, for being here. We are doing a little bit more of a Q&A today. Oh, Roche, always happy to see you on here.
I love it. Okay, Soraya with a question. I'll go ahead and read it out loud, and then if you want to answer first, Steph.
Yeah,
so
I can.
Soraya asks, how did your personal development journey begin? What incident or occurrence caused your mindset shift? Ooh.
Good. So I feel like my mindset a lot in general, like over and over and over again. And I feel like it's an ever growing process. However, thanks, Levy. However, what started my personal development journey, I will say, is actually my dive into entrepreneurship the first time around when I decided to start doing dog walking. I was doing Airbnb, Uber, Lyft, just about anything that you can do to make an extra source of income. But my main thing in entrepreneurship was dog walking, and I also dove into a little bit of e-commerce. But I started listening to podcasts because of that. And I started listening, honestly, if it wasn't for Instagram, I probably would have never started listening to podcasts. So shout out to that. Because of Babe, I started listening to more audiobooks. I also started listening to and the really big thing that caused that mindset shift the first time around was when I started listening to The Secret, and I had just started dog walking. And one of the things that she kept saying on the call was, there was a specific way she said it. Opportunity knocks on my door. Opportunity knocks on my door. Opportunity knocks on my door. And I remember repeating it. And at the time, I was very brand new to dog walking. I was living in Baldwin Park, and there's a lot of dogs in the park. So we actually had a neighbor that had just moved in upstairs, same building as me, everything. And there was another dog walker in the really big that everybody went to. I was like, oh no. And this neighbor of mine came and literally knocked on my door while I was out on another dog walk, and super random because Ruby always comes with me, and this time around she hadn't come with me, and she literally knocked on my door to ask if I'd come upstairs to meet her because she wanted me to knock or walk her dog. So opportunity literally knocked on my door, and I was like, whoa. Like, it was such a literal thing that I could not let that go. I was like, whoa, this works.
You couldn't ignore it.
Yeah. Okay, I need to continue to shift my mind. So that was my shift. What about you, Stacey?
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. What honestly really started my personal development journey was, it really started as a self-growth journey, and more specifically a self-acceptance and a self-love journey. So I actually love, Seth, that really what propelled you to really get into the personal development and continue that for yourself was actually something really positive. Like, you had a positive confirmation, so you were like, let me keep doing it. For me, it was a little bit different. I actually don't talk about this a lot, and not many people would know, given, I guess, how happy I am now. But I actually at one point was in a very bad place in life, a very low place. I was really depressed and suicidal. I had some different experiences and a suicide attempt. And I realized at that point, in all of that, that I, in fact, didn't want to die, and I actually didn't want to kill myself. I actually really wanted to live. And what was causing a lot of my depression and anxiety was just having a lot of fear about the future, and a lot of fear of, like, things I didn't have control of in the current moment. But when I realized that I didn't want to let that get me down, and I wanted to do these amazing things in life that I know I'm going to do, I said to myself, okay, well, we got to figure it out then. We can't keep feeling this bad, and we know we don't want to feel this bad, so how do I feel better? And it really started as a self-love journey that has honestly been so amazing. And I'm like about to cry right now just thinking about it, thinking about where I once was. This was unexpected, guys. I didn't mean to get this emotional right now. To think about where I once was and be able to see where I am now, and to see, like, how great I feel in life. Obviously, we all have bad days, bad moments, whatever, and everyone experiences depression and anxiety all the time. Like, this is things part of life. But in general, how great I feel now, and how I'm even able to help other people feel great too. Like, so many people tell me how I'm a light in their life, and I just add so much positivity. And that has really pushed it beyond personal development and into really, like, people development, and really showing myself why I even want to grow and why I even want to feel this way and have this type of knowledge, is truly to be able to help other people feel the same way. So thank you guys for all the love. Honestly, wow. Thank you for that question, and thank you so much for all the love and support in the chat. It really means a lot. Thank you, Levy. You're amazing. I love you, Amber. I love all of you here with us.
Thank you so much for being vulnerable. I feel like that's really big. And normally before these lives, like, we kind of touch base, and to just hear something new, thank you. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. I think there was another question in the chat if you want to scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up right now. Okay, cool. So Ty said, what brought you here into this? What do you do now?
Oh. So I guess I'll answer the second question first. What I do now, I am an entrepreneur, and I am also finishing up my master's degree in sustainability. And within the entrepreneur field, I do have a few different businesses and projects, and specifically Steph and I are actually in business together. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like what brought you here into this was doing business together. Stacy had reached out to me about trading over a year ago, and we kind of were just going back and forth, and we talked a lot about it. But she was always like, another time. And honestly, I'm so grateful that we stayed consistently speaking, because if it wasn't for you, I don't know that I'd still be here in the entrepreneur world, but in the podcast world, I don't know that I'd be here yet. And I'm super grateful to have you, one, just to have crossed paths with you, because if a lot of people tell you you're a light in their life, you definitely are a light in mine. So thank you for that. But what brought us here to this was literally just talking about getting ourselves out of our comfort zones and going live. I had gone live very little at the time, and I feel like as an entrepreneur, you're supposed to go live more consistently. And Stacy had also gone live very little, or I don't think you'd ever gone live
Never.
yet, right?
Yeah, I had never gone live. Not even for like a minute.
And we literally were like, let's just do it. Let's just go live. We literally expected to go live one time and to possibly never do it again. And every single week since that day, I think maybe we've missed like 1 or 2 weeks since our first week. And then we've been able to create a podcast. We are now out on Podbean, Apple Podcast, and Spotify, and YouTube, though we are having some technical difficulties on that because YouTube is telling me our videos are too long to upload, which makes no sense. That will be up very soon. It said something about us getting verified, so we're working on that. But to be able to be in this space now, to be able to be in the entrepreneur world with you, and with everybody who's a part of this, everybody who's literally, as you were speaking, Stacy, there was so much hearts, so much love. She said you are. I missed some of these, but to be able to be in this space with so many other entrepreneurs, with so many other people, has been so rewarding.
It really has. It really has. It's just an infinite growth journey, and it's amazing to be able to have something like this podcast to actually talk about that growth itself, and then to be able to see the podcast grow too. It's truly amazing. Welcome to those of you who just joined. We are doing a very interactive Instagram Live today. If you have any questions for us, go ahead and drop it in the chat. If you have any ideas of something you want to hear us talk about, go ahead and drop that in the chat. And I actually do see this button I have now that I can add a third person to this Instagram Live. Yes. If someone wants to test it out for the first time with us today and go live with us right now, either request it or write something in the chat and I can send you the request. But who's gonna do it?
I'm like, who's on here? Who will volunteer?
Right?
Buddy.
Oh. Ash is asking, how long did it take you to build your online store? And I'm going to assume that question is for me because I don't know if you have an e-commerce website at the moment, Steph. I know you've dabbled in it in the past. I actually have 2 different e-commerce websites. One is not functioning anymore because I decided to focus more of my efforts on my candle business. So the online store for my candle business, I did create through Shopify, which I highly suggest if you want to create any type of online store. Go ahead and DM me if you're unsure about Shopify, and I can send you like a link and some information about it. But it's honestly the easiest platform to use. They keep it very simple, and they cover you legally, financially, with people's card numbers and all of that. But to actually build my store through Shopify took a long time. It took me about a month working on it almost every day. not quite every day, some days for a few hours, some days not really at all. But really what helped me to create the online store, and now it's helping me to create the Facebook ads that I'm going to be running and everything like that, is actually through an entire academy that we have access to with the organization that Steph and I are part of, that you also are part of, Ash. So I know you know about it. But that definitely sped up the process. I would say if I didn't follow the instructions from the platform, then it probably would have taken me like 3 months. So if anyone has any questions about that and you want to like chat a little bit more, if you've ever thought about making your own online store, definitely shoot me a DM because the time is now. Online sales since 2017, I can't remember what it was. It was like 2017 to 2018, 2017 to 2019, online sales doubled. And then from 2019 to now, it's more than tripled. And I know if you think about your own life, how many times you order something on Amazon or online, or even ordering groceries online now or through an app. Like, it's the day and age for that. So definitely hit me up if you're interested and want to know more about that, because I've definitely gone through that experience. Do you have any input on that, Steph?
I was just going to say, plug yourself in and put your Litwix code in
Oh!
Definitely
Yes.
check the candle site because 1, it's really beautiful. 2, it's an amazing idea for candles. And 3, everybody loves candles.
Yes. Thank you so much, Steph. That was a good point. So I dropped our Instagram and then our website. So definitely check that out. And before we hop off in a few minutes, who wants to go live with us? Who wants to hop on?
Does anybody just want to test it quick? Nobody?
Let's see.
Soraya?
Oh, Soraya, I literally just sent it to you before you even said anything. Because we talked about it previously.
Man.
I'm like, girl, you're coming up.
Oh,
Hey.
Wow, I've been summoned.
hi too.
It's actually pretty cool.
Can you
I
add
feel like
Ruby
my hair's
on?
not even done. I think there's like up to 6 that you could do.
I don't see
I don't
the
know.
option anymore. But
Maybe not.
at least we have 3. How are you feeling tonight, Soraya?
Wow. I'm feeling amazing, honestly. I'm feeling good. How are you guys?
I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to be here with 3.
I know, this is cool. Definitely have to experiment with this a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
We can have like this.
It looks like Amber was requesting to go live too, but it's not letting her. There was like
they summoned me, Ruby. I didn't even request. It was no option.
No, you had to hop up here. But now that we're live with these 3 people, I can't even write in the chat anymore. Can you still write in the chat, Steph?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if I can hold on. Yeah, it says you're the host. I'm glad we're testing this out before we attempt to do this bigger.
Thanks.
Yes, thanks for anyone who is on with us today as we're testing this out a little bit.
And experimenting.
Yes.
When do you guys have to hop off?
I do have to get ready to hop off in a minute. Talking about being an entrepreneur and the life of an entrepreneur. I literally was just running a training for my team, and I actually had to hop off that early too to come hop on here. And I have to hop off here to go have a call with some other people about something else. And then after that, I have another call about a different business. And then another call about this business. So it's going to be a busy night for me. But honestly, I love it. I love being an entrepreneur, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. And Ash said there's
Oh,
spikes on
spikes.
GJ.
Hold
So I know
up.
where all y'all are headed.
Yeah, I gotta get my pad. What?
I'm
Appreciate
like,
you, Ash.
my laptop.
All right. Do you have any last thing to say, Soraya or Steph, before we hop off?
No, I appreciate y'all though. Definitely, it's a pleasure to be here. Gotta do this more with both of you.
Yes, I just want to say I'm grateful every time I hop on this. I'm grateful for all the love always. I'm grateful for you taking a second out of your day to be on this, Soraya. And Stacy, always thank you for being on here. But thank you extra today for getting vulnerable with us.
Thank
Facts.
you.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, of course. And thank you, everyone who was on for this whole live. And a special shout out to everyone who was showing me a lot of love while I was getting vulnerable. I do appreciate that. And I just appreciate all of you and this entire thing that we have here. So I can't wait to be back next week and have this multiple person live a little bit more figured out.
Man, there ain't no spikes on GJ. Ash done set us up.
All right. Well, with that, I hope everyone has a great night, and we will see you soon.
Good night, guys. Love you guys.